Amar on the outside. We're so fucking back, bitch! Sorry, I'm so fucking pumped. I thought we were done.
It's still not saying that you're live yet.
I swear to God. I just
Nope,
hit
you're live, you're live,
okay.
you're live. You're live, you're live.
Don't fucking scare me like that. Okay, we got Amar in the lead. Here's our top two in the championship. Jacob in the 77, Jet Blast in the 1. We just came back from a caution, the 1 car. All he needs to do now is finish 11th or better. He doesn't have to try. He's already got a stage win in the books. That's 10 points added to him so far, so he has more points than Jacob so far tonight. All he needs to do is just keep it on the track and hope the 77 doesn't win out. And he is pretty much guaranteed.
Or hope that lag issues
even then
don't arise.
I don't know. I feel like the 1 car still has scored enough
points. Then he has to drop to the rear of the field.
That's true. We got a battle for the lead, though. Hockey in the 10, Amar in the 5. I need to calm down here. Rhinov, Rillo. There's the 8 car. That's G Morrow.
And then Jacob running on the outside. God, I hate how far behind the live stream is.
He might be 3 wide here. 77 gets a little bit of a wall tag. They're all under a blanket, every single car that's left in this race. We'll try to get a run through the field here. Aki in control of this race. The 8 car with a body slam into the 19. That was almost a near disaster for the entire field, and yet they all managed to hang on to it. We're still green.
And Hockey Bukaki, the beneficiary, he is on the inside line.
Rillo
and
with a push from the 77 to take over the lead. If only I'd been able to capture all of this. I am so stupid.
Wop wop. Hi, it's
oh, look at this move by the 19! 3 wide, through the middle, gets them both. He's up to second.
Oh, what a move, too. The 77 got
Amar
loose.
Pushes the 10 up, and the 77's going to get the worst of it. He's in the wall for the 2nd time. We're 3, maybe 4. The 11 thought about making it 4. We were just briefly 4, and now we're down back to 3. The 34 in the eye of the storm, and the 77 now side by side with his closest competitor in the points once more. There's Aussie Rules and Rillo side by side for the lead. There's Amar, and there's Hockey slowing down right in front of the 77. The 17 is all the way down the apron. We might have another yellow. The 21 with damage. Rage to overcome Daytona off the pace. That might have happened at the back of the pack, and we have ourselves a caution. I can't believe we're back. I'm sorry. I haven't calmed down yet.
Yeah, no, now is your chance. What a job, though, we saw, and what moves we were seeing. You gotta hate it for the 77. You were working your way up through the field. Just a little slight contact with that wall, and you drop behind cars you know you're faster than. And it's like you're stuck behind a brick wall because you can't go to the inside because that was filled by the 1. And you got the 8 car, the new guy, Jamaro, who is
it's a Jamaro
right in front of you. It's a Jamaro. But here we are down pit road. Nascarillo drops or goes down pit road in 2nd. This will be interesting. Hockey Bukaki is... Oh, I can't wait for pit stop graphics that don't look like the cars humping each other. Or that.
Well, and also when the camera decides to randomly move on its own even though the car is at a standstill.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, I'm trying to keep the camera pointed backwards as I have a camera on pit road and the camera is just completely rotating around the car. I'm like, stop. That'll be something I won't miss. True. Yeah, here's the race off pit road. The choose is now in effect.
And where will you go, too? Because we've seen both lines work. There's really no wrong decision, I think, at this point, where to go. Whether you go inside or the outside, because we've seen it, especially from Jacob in the 77, that outside line you can make moves on. But we've also seen on certain tracks the inside line gets the run just a little bit better on these restarts. And it's all about how you restart. And that 19 of Aussie Rules is definitely one that can get a good jump if he wants to.
And he's going to get that jump here. A really good restart for the 19 in control. The 10 is going to clear the 99 for second. As they're fanning up behind him, we're back to green.
And what a jump by Aussie Rules. Jeez, and Crow gets ahead by 2 car lengths over the 99. Just got trapped on the outside, or at least it hit a bubble or something, because he had no get up. Meanwhile, the 1 up ahead of the 77 inside the top 5, or no, just outside of the top 5. He sits 6th. But the 77 coming back on the outside, right on him, giving that good side draft out of turn 4. Now the battle is getting pretty close for the race lead, as Hockey Bukaki all over the back end of that 19. Meanwhile, 2x2 further back, outside the top 5, side by side for position.
Ooh, that's going to be a contested battle. Hockey in that Smithfield number 10. Always seems to find himself hovering around the front of the pack, trying to make something happen. Leading the charge on the top. He's got the 8 car behind him with the push from the 99 Arillo. Does he take the run here? He briefly does, but he backs out of it. That checks that whole outside lane up. Heads up, driving from that whole line behind him.
Yeah, real heads up. I mean, what an accordion. That could have spelt disaster for the rest of the field, but I think they all saw it coming and were pretty ready to back off the gas on that. Meanwhile, everybody and their mother is on the outside. The 48 of Zach was the only one on the inside there. Meanwhile, the 77 of Jacob is way up high. Now in a fight with the 5.
See Hockey to the inside. Got a chance to make the slide job out of 2, and he will make that pass for the lead. Sketchy behind them. They're 2x2 outside of the top 5. A lot of slicing, a lot of dicing.
Yeah, and especially not the season that 10 wanted to, but
got a couple of them kicking up dirt through the infield.
Ooh, yeah. But yeah, I know that's not the season, though, that Hockey Bukaki wanted to have. We saw him as a championship contender going into the season, but just couldn't get the races to fall in his favor. But what a way to end the season it would be for that 10 car to be able to get this win if he can hold on. There are a lot.
Trouble! Big wreck out of 4. Aussie Rules stacks up the entire field. The 48 spins into the 34. And we're going to have ourselves another yellow. And the 45 piles into the last second. Massive collision.
That's going to bring out the yellow. Oh, Reinov involved. Oh. What a job by Jacob to get out of that. That's an in-game yellow, too. That's not even like a regular... That's not even a manual caution. That's in-game.
Yeah, that's how you know it was that big of a wreck when the game actually wakes up and recognizes it. Let's shuffle the deck and lay him down on the table once more.
All right, show him if you got him. Getting ready to go green one more time.
See lag issues with the 99.
Oh, yeah, you do. Oh, my.
In the worst spot to be on the inside, everyone has to make quick action here on the top to get by him. The 34 gets slapped by the 45. Both cars collide in the outside wall there towards the back of the pack as the 99 tries to get out of the way.
Yeah, we're only on 105 at 34. Plenty of racing still here left to go.
Comes the 8. G. Morrow. Trying to make a quick impression on this field, and I think we're going to have ourselves a yellow for that.
29 laps to go with the yellow coming out. That is the yellow.
And the connection flag waves for the 99.
Jeez. This is looking like a regular cup race here with late yellows coming out to throw a wrench into things.
As race chatters debriefing on fuel concerns, pit road will be open. The 10 car makes a last second dive to pit road, thinking about staying out. His mirror, everyone else in his mirror. There we go. Come down pit road, he decided to go with them. Didn't want to be a sitting duck. And that will be the case. The full fuel load will get them 30 laps, and we're going to have less than 30 to go.
So no fuel concerns, but
quick stop for the 9.
Be right at the, oh my God!
Slick Nick.
I just saw the 11 car murder a tire changer.
Here's the rest of the lineup out of the pits, and here's the 2 stars, nose to tail once more, by the looks of it, with the 77 coming out ahead of the 1.
And they'll be side by side when we go green.
Slick Nick deciding not to go for tires on this pit stop. Deciding track position might be more important for him. He's got a little bit of rear end damage to that car right now. But how much does track position matter in this case?
I was going to say, luckily aerodynamics doesn't really make a difference in this damn game, so...
Not in the rear, at least. You definitely would feel it in the front end. At a draft track like this, it really does hurt. But I think in his case, even with a little bit of front end damage, I don't think it'll matter. I think it's just more so the tires. For the number 9, Slick Dick Nick will take him to green. Through the zone, he's got Hockey on the left side, then Amar, then Reinov, Jacob, and G. Morrow. That's the top 6. Nick's got the advantage on the outside. It's a dead even restart between the 2, but Hockey has the line on the bottom. As the cars try to get up to speed, that 10 car will take full advantage of the shorter distance around to take over the lead again.
It is side by side for the race lead. Hockey Bukaki trying to hold off Slick Dick Nick. He's still there on the inside, but he will now just be side by side with the 34. Got involved in that wreck that we saw that brought out the in-game caution, and he's already rebounded to get himself back inside the top 3. Now in second, fighting for the race lead. Trying to take it away from Hockey Bukaki in the 10.
Oh, checkup out of 4. Huge checkup. Everyone pretty much except for the 5 who keeps it down on the loud pedal. He moves up to 3rd. Tried to go for 2nd before the turn entry. He's got an open lane out of 2 to get that 2nd spot away from the 34. And here comes that Hendrick Chevrolet, number 5, Amar, going downstairs, full swing into 3. Tried to make the move for the lead, just could not do it. That 10 car was prepared.
And how cool would it be to see that number 5 place spoiler here today as he has been having one of his best races we've seen all season. He's had a car to run inside the top 5, but never a car like this that could just fight for the lead whenever he wanted to. But he gets stuck on the bottom and starting to get freight trained by all the cars that are deciding to ride the top.
.34 in trouble, slaps the wall, gets loose right in front of the pack. Much more checking up taking place, with the pack still being so tightly condensed together. But it's anyone's game at this point. The 10 car still in the lead, holding off the challenge from the number 11, a guy that hasn't made a single start, was just added to the chat a couple of hours before the race even started. He is as fresh as they come, that number 11 car, up to the batter's plate and trying to go for the race win and become possibly the spoiliest of spoilers in this race tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're tuning in and enjoying the show. Once again, we are back up and running for the entire first 2 stages. We were having technical issues. Unfortunately, I guess I had some downloads going on that were slowing down my bandwidth, which, I'm going to be honest, I've been doing this shit for a long time. I've never had that problem.
Yeah, and yeah, you want to know what I just did that I've done a million times? Had myself on mute.
Ha! We're all rookies here.
Yep, done it a million times. It ain't the first time. It ain't going to be the last time.
Like
but
sometimes,
yeah, imagine that 8 car being the new guy on the block. Just one of the most competitive series on this game.
Zach gonna get around his Hendrick teammate for that 3rd spot. John Waters around the 45, the 34. It's a 3-car spin into the infield. We're gonna have another yellow as the 34 parks it on the Pennzoil. That 34 has been struggling for traction this entire final stage. Both him and the 45 have been colliding into each other like magnets, pretty much. This will be the race to the caution flag, I'm sure, because that was a 3-car incident. Hockey protecting the bottom lane from the 11. And an immediate checkup right in front of the 5. And we almost had another massive wreck right after the yellow.
Whoa.
Guess not everyone on the same page there, knowing that the manual caution was going to be thrown. As some guys were checking up earlier than expected, or maybe later than expected, and with how tightly condensed the pack is, that's another can of worms that these guys are not wanting to open. But there's the 10 car, Hockey Bukaki. He's had some strong runs throughout the season. I remember, I think Martinsville he ran really good at. I'm trying to remember if I think he won. Yeah, he did win. Was that Martinsville that he won? I don't remember. But he did get a win this season. Couple of strong runs, some iffy runs, and some bad luck in between. And he's looking to take all of his chips tonight and go all in.
Take that trophy to the nearest casino, baby. If you gamble and you gamble right, that will be huge for not only yourself as a driver and a competitor, but huge for when the new game comes out and these rosters need to start getting refilled. It will be a minute. It will be about 3 months until this league comes back with a vengeance on the new game. And my DMs will probably explode.
Race out of the pits, the 10 protects. He still has the lead. It was a tight battle for P2. The 11 holds on. Then Amar, Jacob in 4th, then Zach rounding out the top 5, then G Morrow in the 8, Rillo in the 99. On connection watch, basically. The 99's connection looks to have smoothened out. He can continue onwards. He is ahead of the 1, who is just trying to play it safe. Just needs to finish at this rate, and he will be the champion.
What a job by 77 not giving up the fight here. He wants to end his season off on a high note. If it ain't going to be the championship, might as well be a win. And he is in a pretty good spot right now, sitting right behind your race leaders in that second row.
Oh, we got trouble under the pace laps. The 19 loops it around. Not sure what happened to Aussie Rules, but it seemed like the wheel got disconnected from the 19, and we might have to do either another pace lap or we're going to be going green without him. What a bizarre set of circumstances. We're past the zone.
We had an IndyCar incident.
Shades of Scott McLaughlin at the Indy 500 this year. Aussie Rules lost traction of his number 19 Toyota right in the middle of the pack. I saw his car swerving down, I think into the 8 car, whoever's on his inside. Then spun back up the racetrack. I don't have his stream up right now, so I can't get any confirmation on what that even was. But some sort of technical issue on his end has forced him to pit. Here's the 19 on pit road. Definitely sustained some front end damage from that impact. Even at the slow pace speeds we're at, definitely caused an impact on that 19 as he gets it fixed. And we had to turn the pace car lights back on. As a result, we were just about to go green there. And this will give the 19 a chance to catch back up. I imagine that he will very likely restart at the back of the pack. I don't think they're going to give him his spot back. Or maybe they do, I don't know. That was a very bizarre situation. And yeah, it does look like he will start at the back. So let's put the spotlight once again back on number 10. Hockey Bukaki on the outside, the control car. Then Amar. Then Killa, then Jacob. The bottom lane didn't go all that well. That's good news for the 10 and onwards. They're going to be all over the place. Third on back. The 48 stacking the whole outside up, heading into turn 1. That's going to be good news for the guys on the bottom, who thought they were getting held up on that restart. The pendulum swings back in their favor, but the top 2 remain the same. Hockey, then Amar. Amar taking a slight peek down low. Both cars run middle, then the 11 car staying in tow. We'll get a lap count as they cross the line. Oh, we got a massive crash! They're flipping! Multiple cars involved. The 9, the 99, the 21, and the 14. And the yellow is out again. With 15 to go. That all was at the back of the pack. They look like little tiny dots in our little frame there. So I couldn't quite tell exactly how that started. But it was definitely one of the more extreme crashes I've ever seen at this place. And
There's always room for some good crashes.
And I've literally seen Tyler Reddick flip here last year, so I know a thing or two about some pretty surprising wrecks at this place.
Oh, that's right. You went to this race. No, you didn't go to this race.
I did go to this race last fall.
Oh, that's right.
I had the misfortune of seeing Joey Logano bullshit his way to a championship. Anyway, we're going to be heading back to green. The 19, cashing in from his misfortunes under the previous yellow, is going to restart from the lead, taking it away from the 10. They're door-to-door behind them as well as up at the front.
Talk about a guy who had a season you thought wouldn't go.
Oh, checking up. Here comes the 11.
And how about Killa? With the 77, with the help.
77
but can he
tight,
hold off the
slows
Aussie?
Down quite a bit. Backs up to the 1. The 10's going to have a huge run.
Woo! Aussie Rules back to the lead. Yeah, talk about a driver who didn't have the year he wanted. Aussie Rules came in with a lot of confidence coming into this season and just did not have the luck to balance it out. And now could look to play spoiler, but there is a lot of fast cars, especially that number 5 to the inside, side by side for second. He will be looking to get up there to the race lead.
Honestly, look in that mirror. How would it be for him to bookend this season with a win? Considering he started it off with one at Daytona. Both him and the 10 back up the entry on the outside. Amar full send down low. Those top guys are going to have all the momentum in the world. There's a car in the grass. I think that was the 17 of John Waterforce. Keeps it straight, but he's going to drop all the way to the tail.
Under 10 to go here. 9 laps remaining. We're down to the single digits.
Jet Blast stuck in the back with the 5. Nowhere for him to go. The 48's going to look to pounce on the outside. Might get squeezed up by Daytona. Aussie trying to hold off the challenge from Hockey. He's got all the momentum in the world. Does he have anywhere to take it? Slightly brushes the wall with the pressure that he was getting received from the 34. Reinov running in 3rd place. Opens the door to lose that spot to the 8 car. And now he's going to get hung out to dry on the low side.
Still crazy. Ooh, Jacob took it 3 wide for a hot second there.
Trouble again, out of 4. One heavy hit into the pit wall. Couldn't quite see who that was. That was a head-on collision by the 45. Jordan's legs are fucking broken on that one. Holy shit, what a hit. Anyway, this is going to be the race to the yellow. Hockey with a big send in the turn 3. They're 3 wide for 3rd place with Jacob in the middle, Amar down low, and G. Morrow in the 8 car with hardly any room to wiggle his way out of. Door to door at the line, can't quite tell who got it. In a late checkup from the 8, we're definitely under yellow, and another crash as a result. The 34.99. That's exactly what. Oh, and they're still piling in. The 5 and the 1 make contact in the aftermath. And that'll definitely bring out the in-game caution. And Hockey.
So now it doesn't matter who won.
They're going to give it to Hockey as a result. So I don't know if he really was ahead of the 19, but the in-game caution.
I think it was the 19 that was ahead.
I'm so glad I got back in this. This is non-stop action that nobody needs to miss.
No, and it was non-stop action while we were gone too.
Hockey and Aussie in the front row again, then the 8 and the 77 row 2. Hockey going all the way down to the apron, trying to run the shortest distance possible to clear the 19 for the lead and keep it for himself. This will be a short 3-lap dash. Can they make it?
Even if he does clear, it's still not the end-all be-all. This one will not be over.
Aussie getting those left side tires glued to the white paint to get that car to roll to the inside as much as possible. That was a really good exit out of 4 to get him ahead of the 10, but the 10 car's going to try to squeeze him with all his might to the inside, but he runs really wide. That might open the door for the 19 to clear him out of 2. He will, but it's going to be a tight one. The 10 car with all the momentum in the world is going to take it down low. The 9 down to the apron.
They're getting rough in the back.
10's going to rough the 19 up. They're going to be side by side out of 4. Here comes the 5 car of Amar. Jet Blast in the 1. The guy who should be playing it easy, feeling pretty comfortable that he's going to win this title. This is the white flag lap. All marbles are going to be laid down. All the chips are going to be laid down. This is Vegas after all. Look at all this action for the race win. Hockey, they're 4 wide. Amar and the 5's going to clear them all. They're 4 wide for second.
And what about Amar coming to the the checker flag, no challengers!
Amar's done it!
Amar with the W! And they wreck everywhere behind him! How about the kid playing spoiler? Had the best race, was up front every step of the way, and now gets to go home knowing he just won the last race of the NARS Cup Series.
Damn field exploded out of 4.
That was the best finish I have ever seen.
I don't even know what the results are. Oh my god. So Jet Blast,
It's everywhere, dude. We gotta figure out who the damn other 2 are.
It's gonna be G Morrow and Jet Blast in 3rd. So I think we can safely say that Jet Blast is our champion.
Yes.
In the midst of Amar shocking the world with the explosion going on in his mirror, he put the sunglasses on and walked away without looking, because cool guys don't look at explosions, as we all know. We'll try to get Jet Blast checked and released from the infield care center, because I'm pretty sure he was one of the 12 cars that was involved in that explosion out of turn number 4. I'm so glad that we were able to salvage what is left of this train wreck of a broadcast. And ladies and gentlemen, I know there's at least some people that are still watching. Everyone deserves a shout out for sticking it out, Wallbridge. I'm shouting you out for being patient with me. As I tried
that
to
was
get this
nothing but. Not like I could do anything about it.
Right?
But no, that was a... you couldn't write anything better for a season or a series finale.
Yeah, I need to where are they? I don't have any of these guys on my friends list, do I? I have Amar, but he's offline. I got Jet Blast, I'll get him in here. Amar and G Morrow, the 8 car. Thank goodness Amar's name starts with an A, otherwise I would have been scrolling for hours. Also, I'm sure our league director, John Waterforce, is going to want to get in here as well as part of our championship ceremony. I think they're still going to go over everything, but I think I can say with most confidence, not 100%. I mean, that one car could still fail post-race tech, even though we haven't had that happen ever. But you never know, there's a first for everything.
We have seen it happen.
That's true. I think the one car's getting all the congratulations right now. Every man on every crew to congratulate.
Please tell me somebody said that. For the love of God, that would be perfect if somebody just came out and said that. And he is our final champion on Heat 5.
He joins company of Parley and Slendy Boy, names that have won championships in this league in the past. And now the torch has been passed.
Yes, and Jet Blast has shown that consistency. He was saying it all season long. You know, when we talked about momentum and, how stringing along good finishes can do. He just chalked it all up to knowledge, knowing what he needs to do, knowing when to push, knowing when to relax and stay back, how to fight through adversity, and all these things that makes a true champion. He did every last bit of it, and that's why when we came into this, he had it all but wrapped up, because when trouble struck, he did not quiver away or back down from the challenge. He took it straight head on. And now he gets to walk away knowing he is the last NASCAR Heat 5 champion in the NARS Cup Series.
And I do want to give one more shout out to our prior champion, Parley. And as someone that's covered this league and even raced in this league in the past, it seemed like, because this really is a passing of the torch moment, because Parley was the guy in this league for a long time. And even when Jet Blast, who by the way is coming into the party now, even when he joined, he made his presence known, and it seemed like finally there's someone, throw Jacob in there as well, there's guys that could finally bring the heat to the top guys in this league, and the competition ever since has been elevated.
Yeah, it was so good you didn't even come back.
Right? I wanted to.
What's up, fellas?
No, these guys definitely put on a show for us all season long, and it was really, like we talked about it earlier, the passing of the torch between Jet Blast and Jacob throughout the season.
Who do we start with? Who should we
We
start
always
with?
start with third and go up.
And in this case, third would be our...
All right, never mind. Jet Blast, you're last.
You can start with Amar. Amar earned this one tonight.
Wait, no, wait. Where's the 8? Where's the 8?
I didn't see him join yet.
No, he's not in here yet.
I couldn't find... I don't know if I got an invite, I couldn't find
Jet
his
Blast,
name.
you got the, what's his name?
No.
What?
The party is...
I'll look it up.
Who was third? Who was third? Who was third?
I was third. Gmar was second.
I got Gmar.
Okay.
I don't know if he's still on, but I do have him.
Did anybody tell him to stay on after the race?
They were doing like a kind of like a thanking everybody and stuff.
Yeah.
So Gmar raced like the first 2 races and then pretty much was out all year. So. I just texted him and told him to join my chat lobby.
Well, while we wait,
We ain't done with you yet.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get the spotlight on man who finally closes out the season with his first win of the season, A. Martin, in this number 5 Hendrick car. What a finish that was!
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, honestly. I restarted 5th. I thought I had a really good shot to win at Texas. Like, I'm pretty good at 1.5-mile tracks. I feel like that's kind of my bread and butter. I've gotten lucky in my racing days on, like, super speedways, whether I get the push or not. So I stuck kind of with the same people that I've ran with, most tracks. I've drafted with the 99. I drafted with the 1. I mean, and they've proved themselves, and I feel like I've proved myself to them. So, like, I know the 1 told me, like, I was pushing you to try to get you up front, which I raced with the 8 also in a league that I ran way back in the day. And so, like, he gave me a shove. So, I mean, I knew I had the capabilities of winning. It was just a matter of time till it actually happened.
Now, correct me, because my memory sucks, but you've won in this league before, or is this your first overall?
I think I've won in this
Talladega
league.
last year, Talladega.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't there for that one, so I don't remember. But yeah, so it's still first of the season, for sure, and to close it out.
Yeah.
Because there were definitely some strong runs, especially at Texas.
Yeah, so I actually, weirdly enough, I'm probably the only guy in this entire lobby, but I play with my TV with no sound. So I run manual, but I do not have any sound. So I literally it's all feel. I don't run it through my headset, which is weird. So like, I've ran enough of these races to where like I'm comfortable just not listening to anything. So I listen to your broadcast a lot while I'm racing. So I kept hearing you talk about Texas, about how like I've never finished outside the top 10 of every race I've been in, and I'm like, yeah, but like every time I'm up in the top 5. But you also
hadn't finished top 5 either, which I couldn't believe. I was like, what?
Well, see, you can ask a lot of people that I used to race with. I'm a lot more passive now than I used to be. I used to be a pretty aggressive driver. I don't mean that to say like I wrecked people, but like, I mean, I would put my nose, if they opened it up, I'd put my nose in there. I feel like now I kind of, I'll let off and let them get back in line. And like Texas, I knew I had a shot to win, so like I was going for it, and the 10 kind of got me loose. So I kind of got him back early in the race at Vegas tonight, and then I honestly, in my opinion, I think I cleanly passed him. I'm sure he sees it different. I know coming off of turn 4 or going into turn 3, I think it was like 4 wide at one point. I mean, crazy finish. I know it sucks your broadcast was messed up tonight, but
thankfully we got it sorted out in the final state. It took me more than half the race to finally get it going again, but I would have been so mad if I didn't get that 4 wide everything on the last lap. At least we got that.
Yeah, that was crazy. I actually owe it all to the 1 and the 8. I mean, 100%.
Yes, that's interesting. You don't race with any sound, yet you run with the broadcast in the background. So that must have been really distracting when I was literally screaming.
Well, so I didn't listen to it today because I saw that you had it messed up. So like I wasn't listening to it today. So I'll have to definitely go back and check it out.
Yeah, Timmy was losing his voice, dude.
It was probably the 3rd or 4th one. I don't know. I restarted the stream like 3 or 4 fucking times. I don't even know.
Is it on? Which channel is it on?
It's on the NARS channel. It's on the main channel. Finally, after.
Okay.
Finally getting myself logged in.
You'll have to check out one of the 4 different streams that we did.
Okay.
It's the last one. It's the last one. That's the one that counts.
Waterforce even said something. So I finished top 3 in both stages. And he goes, can, like, Amar make it the 10th different winner this year? And I was like, no, probably not. Because, like, I was leading stage 1 or 2, I don't remember. And, like, I was a second ahead of everybody. But there was 4 cars in tandem behind me. So, like, they blew by me like I was a sitting duck. Got back up to 3rd, finished 3rd. And then the second stage, like, I don't know. I just feel like going to the stages, and this may be like the iRacing that I've done, or like leagues that I've ran with like damage limits, like I feel like I've gotten a lot more passive of like, I don't want to get taken out for like a stage point. Like I'm not going for a championship, like yeah, I'm going to go for a win, but I mean, I don't know. I think it just finally played in my favor to where I had, you know, some help and a fast car.
Yeah, that's what a way to go out with that win, and probably one of the more chaotic finishes I've ever seen in this league, and that about wraps it up for us here for this league and for this game, for at least for a while. What's next? What's next for you? What's next for Amar?
Probably a new NASCAR game, honestly. I mean, I do college football in the NARS realm. Shout out to if anybody wants to do that. I do the football there, and I also just pretty much play NASCAR. Working on trying to get a PC working to go back to iRacing. I did it for a little bit. Other than that, just living life.
I wish you the best of luck of that. I hope maybe we'll see you back on iRacing at some point. That'd be pretty cool, but still, hell of a race. Hell of a finish, hell of a result for you. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys for everything you do too.
Absolutely. We tried our best.
You want to do... Yeah. I was going to say, do you want to do G-Maro and then I'll do Jet?
Is G-Maro in the party now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So fun fact, just a little backstory.
Yeah.
So when I ran my league, me and my brother ran it. So I was always like Amar, and my brother was Zmar. So Gmar came because of that league. His name was something different, and he changed it as like a joke. So that's like I've known Gmar, yeah. So it works. So like I've known Gmar forever. So it's pretty cool that he comes back and helps me get a win.
Just make sure you zip it up when you're done.
It'll make things quite the segue. It's definitely quite the segue, and very much appreciate the lore drop for us as we transfer things over from Amar to Gmar, who apparently actually made some starts earlier in the season and has come back for the finale tonight, and a hell of a showing for you, brother, to get a second place finish. Ask the same thing I asked Amar, that finish. How crazy was it? From your point of view. Absolutely. And what will you be doing in the meantime while we kind of pack things off for hibernation or whatever? And I hope to see you there. And hell of a run for you tonight to get a podium, get yourself up here, and congratulations on the podium. Now we'll pass things off to Wallbridge, who will interview Jmar. Jetmar.
Yike.
That wasn't gonna work, but I tried anyway. I don't care.
I appreciate the effort, though. That was a good one.
Look, I went through hell and back getting the stream back up. Just let me have it.
Oh no, I'm letting you have it. I will cringe in response, but I'm letting you have it.
Walmart. That almost sounds like Walmart.
A little bit, yes. I'm pretty sure. And we just got copyrighted.
We
nice.
are Walmart.
All right, but let's get this one going. We got your champion, the last champion to be crowned in the NARS Cup Series on NASCAR Heat 5. It is the one of Jet Blast.
Ayo.
What's up, buddy? I was hoping I'd get to call your name one last time, and I almost got to call it at the end of this one, but we did get to call it at the end anyway, because you are the season champion.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you back up here, Wallbridge. I missed you so much.
I know I miss you too, buddy. But I mean, I when I heard that it was a slam dunk, I'm like, it's Jet Blast, isn't it? And they're like, yep. I'm like, I didn't even need to try. But I mean, it was close there though. A couple of weeks, you and Jacob were passing the baton for the lead here. I mean, walk me through this one. I mean, he was not out of it, and stage one didn't go your way. It went to Jacob's side. So what was the game plan going into stage two after seeing you got no stage points and he got 7 to the good on you?
Honestly, this is going to sound terrible, but I really wasn't worried about it all that much. I had a 31-point gap going into tonight, so that's really kind of playing with house money. Mathematically, yeah, he had a chance. I mean, I didn't help myself when I sped in stage 1, but I went out stage 2, got picked up right where I left off, back out in the lead, and clinched it right there at the end of stage 2 with those 5 points for the stage win. And after that, just having fun. I went to the front, went to the back, went to the front, went to the middle, went to the front third, went to the back third. I was everywhere tonight, and it was a good race to end NARS on.
Yeah, and that finish at the end, I know you were a big part in why Amar got the win, as he shouted you out for that. But was there a little bit, that voice in the back of your head says if I just dip a little bit down, I could probably steal this one? Or were you pretty much just set where you were?
I think I restarted like 7th or 8th on that final restart. It was like 4 to go. And I was working my way up through there, and I get to the 5 car. And I start to thinking, that 5 car has helped me out many times this season. We've worked together, we've raced real clean. How about if I could just try my best to push him up to the front, get him a good finish that he deserves? Because I know he's been boned out of a few of them this year. And I stuck with him the best that I could. There were a few times I probably could have made the move. I could have made it 3 wide, 4 wide, really stuck my nose in there if I wanted to, but I didn't need the win. It's wins are just wins to me now on Heat 5. And I really wanted to see Amar get one and somebody else really, really earn one and enjoy it to send Heat 5 off on a good note. So I stuck with him the best I could, and I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, no, it definitely worked out. And those are the words of a champion, especially seeing how, as I was talking about it throughout the broadcast on how you got to where you are in the point standings, and that is you are the man of pure consistency. I've never seen a driver that has been able to not only have mistakes, but has been able to bounce back through those mistakes, whether flag issues or speeding on pit road or whatever, or what have you, better than you have been able to do. And that is what I attribute. Is that something that you attribute as much as I do to why you were able to break out with that series, with the points lead into tonight as you did, especially after the lag issues you had at Talladega?
Yeah, the points system in NARS is set up to award consistency. It's not set up necessarily to, award the winners. If you go out and win, you're not going to get a whole bunch of extra points as if you finish 2nd or 3rd. So it really, really awards consistency. And I think I did that throughout the season. I had a top 5 streak for like 7 races. And, going into the playoffs, I was top 5 each race, and then had the hiccup at Talladega with the lag, and I kind of thought it was all over with. And my initial thought was, it's all over. I lost the championship due to lag. And went out the next race at Darlington and just dominated that crap because I was driving pissed off. And I gained a few points back, and then Jacob had the lag at Texas, which was really unfortunate. I didn't want that to happen to him, but at the same time, I also had a lag race, so it kind of evened itself out and didn't make me feel as bad. But just knocking off those top 5s week in and week out is really what got me this championship. And I had people helping me along the way. Like I said, Amar's worked with me quite a few races this season, helping me and pushing me in stages, and he was a big part. Ozzy was a big part. I want to thank my teammate Rillo. Rillo was a huge part. Those Trackhouse cars were dominant, boy. 7 wins between the two of us. So I really want to shout out Rillo there too. And it wasn't just me that got this championship done. I had a lot of luck, and I had a lot of help, and maybe a little bit of skill.
Maybe.
Well, hey, man. Maybe. But, hey, man, congratulations. I couldn't have thought of anybody better to get it, and you went out and you earned it, brother. Congratulations on the title.
Appreciate it.
And, Timmy, whoever you want to go with.
Well, wait, hold on. Who's in here? Guess we'll carry things over to the teammate of our champion, 'cause I'm sure John Waterforce is he's gonna be doing our ceremonies, but let's save that for the end. We'll talk to our probably one of the more improved drivers I've seen on the year, and I gave you a shout out at Texas with that performance. That Trackhouse stable, Rillo, those guys looked unstoppable a lot of weeks, and you definitely were part of that. And I don't know exactly where you finished tonight, or even in the points for that matter, but I could still say that for you was a successful season.
Yeah, just seeing the final points right here being done, I actually I should be, around where it gets them right here.
You were cutting out a little bit, but
Okay, so I will finish fourth in the standings,
yeah,
just behind Ozzy,
that's where you came
but
in tonight.
but I did shorten the gap. Anyways, that doesn't matter because I did a great of a season, third and fourth. Come on. But anyways, yeah, I love being a Red Blast teammate this race. I've always been a team player, I like having teammates. It was just a perfect season to do it. Personally, for me, my season actually, yeah, like you said, I did improve a lot. I thoroughly enjoyed racing with literally everyone in this league. There's some leagues where I just hate sometimes racing with people, but this league was just overall just really good. And I feel like there really wasn't that really much of any back markers because everyone had a shot to be up front. Everyone was competitive and just a good vibe and everything. That's just what I think of this season so far.
And I know you have experience in other leagues and whatnot, and heading into this league a little different than others because of the sliders as opposed to customs. What's your biggest, I guess, takeaway from this experience?
My biggest takeaway was the experience I got, and I know the last race of Heat 5 for us, and I know this is crunch time and leagues are starting to wrap up, but I really did learn a lot racing with Jet Blast, Jacob. It just really makes you like you can go out and practice by yourself, but you can only learn yourself so much, like strategy and stuff like that. But racing with people on the track, on race day, I think that's like the best practice there is. Learning people's racing style, know who to go. That's what I took away from this experience.
And will we be seeing you on the new game? If so, or if not, what's next for NASCAR Rillo?
I will most definitely be the first on that game. I'm ready for NARS to get on there. A new game would be a huge improvement. For the broadcast booth, hopefully they get improved. The racing, I'm sure, will be way better. And I hope everybody just sticks along. We had, around like 14, 15 drivers almost a week, except for like a couple of weeks races, but that is like pretty good attendance. And I just want to congratulate this league really. That's a huge achievement. I've been in many leagues. It's only 10 or 9 people show up, and it's fun, but it's just 15 is way better,
Mm-hmm. And that's all I got, Walbridge. I don't know if you got any questions for Rillo before we let him go. I don't even think he probably fell asleep, but
No, I'm still here. I'm thinking right now. You caught me off guard right there. I'm like, walk me through your race.
What's your favorite color?
Yo, is it blue? No, I got nothing. Just congratulations, Rillo. Compared to where you were at the start of this season, compared to where you finished, man, you were absolutely a million times better. Every week you got increasingly better. You got your wins. You were out front for a good portion of every race. You were never out of it, man. Just congratulations on your season.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Walbridge. It's a huge honor. Having you broadcast these race weeks. Pretty much every week, except for that little choke that
What was
happened.
yeah, my retirement? Yeah.
Yeah. But
It was
anyways,
supposed to be my retirement, and then John's like, want to help out with the championship? I'm like, fuck. Okay. All right.
Yes, dear.
well, it's nice you're back. I mean, everybody loves Walgreens icon, you know. I mean, Timmy
I
too.
love
I mean,
Timmy.
Timmy came in clutch. Because
Yeah,
he came
no.
in when John
I
couldn't
don't
beat
know
him.
if I'd call it clutch. I don't know if I'd call it
Well,
that.
well, other than this, you know, that's where the word
I
exception
had to
exists.
get the
but-
clutch repaired multiple times.
Yeah, I gotta but
He
when
had to
Walker wasn't there,
replace
he
the
was-
had to-
entire clutch.
New spark plugs.
Yeah.
I ain't got no gas in it. But no.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, anyways, I mean, I appreciate both. Because it's always nice going back. It's quite nice. And
Well, we
just wanna
gave you
say-
plenty to look back on this
Oh,
one.
man.
So
the whole season.
we
yeah.
gave you about 4 different races to look back on.
Whatever works. Yeah.
Well, one of them you can look back on. The other ones you gotta listen. Like
Yeah,
MRN.
it's basically I tried my best to do radio call, and then it was just me doing radio call, Timmy screaming, me doing radio call, Timmy screaming.
Well, it was
That
me
is
Basically
screaming.
how it
A
went.
memorable
It was me
finish, yeah.
screaming, and then I went into a state of depression for like 30 minutes.
Yep.
And then back to screaming, but for excitement.
That was. Oh, I'm so happy we got that. Actually, no, I think it cut out for that. And then I gave you a heart attack, and then we were back, and then it took you like 5 extra minutes to calm down.
I'm
It
kind
wasn't
of.
until we started having Caution Fest that you were able to take a breath.
I can't wait
Yeah,
to
I
look
mean,
back
that's a
on it
lot of-
later.
A lot of devotion and dedication there. Sit for a couple hours, you know.
Yeah, no, I will definitely try my best to make it back for this league when that new game comes out.
Yeah, I mean, this is like peak league racing right here. I mean, you can't get any better. I mean, everybody loves to be a part of it. Well, with that
Only
said,
for
I'm-
Jet Blast though. That's the only reason.
yeah, for Jet Blast, yeah. Jet Blast always was committed every week to make it to the top 3 for that memorable, you know, one-on-one with Ballbridge. I won't forget that.
You're right
Jet
about
Blast
that.
Here.
Alright.
Jet Blast is here.
Yeah.
Let's
All right.
carry. We carry the mic over to John Waterforce.
All right. I want to thank Timmy and Walbridge for calling this race. They do a great job week in and week out. So, great job, guys. But I want to congratulate Jet Blast on winning this championship, Season 3. 3rd different winner of the NARS Cup Championship. And the first winner of the chase for the NARS Cup. This new addition to the points format. I just want to say I'm proud of you. You're a really good representative of the league. And you drove one heck of a season. And man, you're really fast. So I just want to congratulate you on that and present you with the Season 3 championship. And you know, I have to believe this is probably one of the tougher ones you had to run for. I would assume it's very tough, very competitive, week in and week out in this league. So I want to congratulate you, and I want to congratulate all the drivers that stuck it out with us on this 5-year-old game to make this season what it was. So that's what I got to say. But Jet
I
Blast,
appreciate it, John. It was not easy by any means. There were a lot of stressful races, and I'm glad I could represent NARS as the Season 3 champion. And a little side note here, all of my past 5 years of experience goes away here in a few months, and everybody is on a level playing field. So can't wait to see who's going to be really good and who's going to be, you know, playing catch up right off the bat. It's going to be interesting. Can't wait for season 4.
Most definitely. And we're ready. We're ready for the new game. We're going to be preparing for that here soon. So that's all I got. Timmy, if you want to close this out here.
Yeah.
He's got to wipe off. He's got you made him have to get a tissue box, so give him a minute. You did it at the start of the race. You made everybody start fucking blubbering. So now it's Timmy's turn.
The onions. Anyway, we wrap things up here on the North American Racing Series YouTube channel that I've finally been lent the keys to for tonight and nearly crashed into a
Right
tree.
as soon as it's over.
We finally got it to the finish line. The season is now
And
officially
you broke it.
in the books. From myself and Wallbridge, who have been bringing you the coverage from here in Phantom across both channels throughout the whole season. We hope you enjoyed the ride as we congratulate our champion, Jet Blast, who now joins the history books amongst our... I accidentally clicked on something.
Season 3 champ, baby!
Season 3 champ. Put him in the history books with the past champions, and we'll hopefully be back for Season 4 when the new game comes out, whenever that may be.
September.
Did they actually give a date?
They did. They did give a date. It's going to be late summer, early fall.
Hello? Hello?
He's not here.
Your boys are here.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we gotta wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting invaded. Subscribe to the channel and whatnot. Like the stream. We'll be back in a few months. Peace out.